Welcome to the Art of Vibrancy podcast. It's a place where inspired experts distill their brilliance down into simple, practical advice that you can use right away. It's 8 minutes, it's 4 questions, and it's one practical piece of advice that you can put into use today. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Art of Vibrancy podcast. We are so lucky today to have lovely Sarah Pelc Graca with us. How are you today, Sarah? Where are you speaking from today?
I am speaking from the great state of Michigan over in the United States, and I am doing wonderful, thank you. How are you doing today,
Great.
Rob?
I'm doing absolutely marvelous. Yes, your lovely smiling face has cheered me up no end. So,
thank you.
Doing great. I'll tell our audience a little bit about you, and then we'll get on with the interview, with the podcast interview. So, Sarah Pelc Graca is the founder of Strong with Sarah Coaching. She says, we help our clients to lose weight long term while still enjoying their favorite foods like chocolate and wine. This is perfect. I like that so much. So, Sarah, I'm going to start my little timer. This is the protocol here. And you've got 8 minutes, 4 questions in 8 minutes. So I'll get the
wonderful
ready to roll. And here we go. Ready? Off to the races. Sarah,
let's do it.
What, in your experience, is the biggest challenge that people face as they age with regard to staying healthy, well, and positive? So they want to change, but what are the roadblocks that they put in their own way?
I think the biggest challenge that so many people face is trying to make too many changes at once. So, for example, if someone really wants to be healthy, they might say to themselves, well, I'm going to start eating 5 servings of vegetables every day. But if they're not getting 1 serving, 5 is just too many to tackle at once. Or, they'll say, well, I'm going to start exercising 5 days a week. But if they're not consistently exercising 1 day a week, they're already setting themselves up to struggle by tackling more than they're ready for. Yeah,
that's spot on. So people try and do too much, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. At the start, yes.
At the start, they think, right, I'm going to change. I'll do it every day, and then obviously it's too much. It puts them off.
Totally. They feel so motivated. Yeah.
They do too much. They don't enjoy it, and they stop doing it.
Yeah.
All these things.
They get burnt out, and it's not sustainable.
Brilliant. Right. Well, we've got loads of time left. So, question number 2. Question number 2. What are the common mistakes and misconceptions that people have about solving that problem of trying to do too much?
So I think the first common mistake, going back to what we just said, is again, they try to make too many changes at once. So, someone might feel very motivated to become healthier. So they decide, well, I'm going to totally change how I eat and how I move my body and how I sleep. And now I'm going to start drinking more water. And, about 1 or 2 weeks into trying to make all of those changes at once, they feel burnt out and exhausted because they've just put so much effort in so many different baskets that it isn't sustainable where they're at. So I find that that's one mistake that people make. Or the second mistake or misconception people make is that they have to try something unrealistic or something so drastic to see results. And going back to my philosophy, people will say, oh, well, I'm going to completely eliminate all desserts, or, I'm never going to eat carbs again, or I'm never going to drink alcohol, or, I'm going to exercise every single day. And all of those are just so extreme that they're unrealistic for even the healthiest of people. So, I really encourage you, number 1, start with something small, but also as tempting as those extremes can be, try not to do those because they're just not setting you up for long-term success.
Right. Brilliant. You're very on point with your message here. It's don't try and do too much. Yeah. And that's the mistake that people make. I like that. Right.
Yeah.
We've got that. So,
Yeah.
what is Sarah, what is the number one tip that you could give our audience to help them today? So a tangible, specific action they could actually implement today, even after this podcast.
Yeah, sure. So what I recommend is to start small. Build up your skills and your habits from there. So what I recommend that you can start doing today is choose one action that you feel confident you can repeat consistently about 80% of the time. So, keep in mind, we're not looking for perfection because that doesn't exist, but can you commit to drinking one more glass of water 80% of the time over the next 2 weeks, or maybe eating one more serving of fruit and vegetables most days over the next 2 weeks? And then repeat that action until it becomes a more regular part of your routine. And then you can add in another action. So that's what I would recommend. Again, start small. I know everyone loves to be off to the races and wants to change everything at once, but really start small and then build from there until you feel comfortable with that action most times.
Right. That makes a lot of sense. So we've got loads of time, 3 minutes left, 3 minutes 20 left.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Cool.
And a quick example. What about the wine and chocolate?
Okay, really great question. So about the wine and chocolate, what I recommend is plan, plan, plan. And what I mean when I say that is what I do in my own life and what I also recommend with our clients is look ahead at your week and, ask yourself, what are the days and times or social events or virtual social events? What is worth it for you to enjoy and indulge on this week? Are you doing a Zoom happy hour with your friends on Friday evening? Or are you planning a special indulgent dinner on Saturday? Or when do you want to indulge? And then the other half of the key is planning around that meal. So, let's say you want to enjoy some chocolate and wine on your Friday night. That's beautiful. But then can you be sure you have some healthier foods for Friday during the daytime and then for your meals surrounding your indulgence? So it comes down to obviously planning ahead for the indulgence, but also planning for the meals around the indulgence.
That makes so much sense. Brilliant. Yeah, I love it.
Awesome.
Right. I'm going to do that this week. Going to plan my Friday.
Amazing.
Yeah.
What are you planning on indulging on this week? What is your planned indulgence?
Well, I think a glass of wine would be nice. Yeah, yeah. And
Fantastic.
also, I do like a pastry now and again. So one morning, I'm going to have a pastry with I don't have a whole one. I cut it in half usually, like a Danish pastry.
Fantastic.
With coffee.
Yeah.
And that is, but I make sure that I don't. Anyway, we're going to run out of time. I'm chatting away here, but that's my plan. Lovely.
I love it.
This idea. Yeah, we're on the same page here. So finally, question number 4. What free resource would you like to share with our audience?
So I have a free weight loss guide to share with your audience. And what it will do is it's going to help your audience obviously lose weight, but also become healthier in a strategic way. And it's set up to help you understand how to focus on building those small habits over time and in a way where you're planning ahead for those favorite indulgences. So I'm happy to share that. They can find that right on my website, www.strongwithsarah, so strongwithsarah.com.
Fantastic. I'll make sure that is underneath the podcast. We've got 20 seconds left. So
Amazing.
What should we talk about for 20 seconds? Yeah.
Last thing I think I want to share with people is, again, just focus on the small changes and also celebrate the small wins along the way. Perfect. So often people want to celebrate the big milestones, but celebrate the one serving of vegetables.
Absolutely perfect, Sarah. Talk about time. That's been so good. I'd like to thank you on behalf of my audience and all the people here at The Art of Vibrancy. And I hope we'll see you soon, and they can download your
Wonderful.
recipe, your diet, weight loss, not diet.
Yep.
We don't use the word diet, your weight loss,
No.
little weight loss
Yes.
booklet.
But yes.
And yeah, so absolutely wonderful. See you soon. Bye-bye to our audience.
Perfect.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for checking out the Art of Vibrancy podcast. If you like what we're doing here, please head over to iTunes, subscribe, rate us, and leave a review, and I'll love you forever. And if you'd like to try my energy boosting, inflammation busting, brain and body food breakfast, head over to www.breakfastofbrilliance.com and download the recipe today. See you soon. Bye.